Hello there, and welcome to the Foot Unofficial Podcast with myself, Jamie.
And me, Callum.
Oh, slow again, mate. So slow.
And me and James as well. Hello.
And all three of you are bringing our opinions on what's going on in everything foot. Now, before we do that, we've got some admin to do. We've got a TikTok going now, and Bouch is beating me on a video. So give us some love. I can't have this. It's not good enough. And the other thing is, we've got over 50 likes now, or 50 views on one of our videos on YouTube. But this is an urgent appeal. Obviously, I'm sat in a blanket. For just no money a month, you can sub to us, and I'll get no money out of it. So if you do that, they'll help us on our way to a goal of making Cal YouTube famous so he can finally lose his virginity. So please, today. What? Well, it's true. It's true. Right. So right. First thing first, let's talk rewards. How do we get on, boys? In rival rewards.
My best player was Nabry.
Okay.
Yeah, one great. Not at all.
I didn't get anyone. I had a power cut, so I didn't get any rival reward. So there you go.
Oh well.
No, I had like 2 wins. I was going to do my wins over yesterday on Wednesday, but power cut happened. Got nothing, so I don't need to be disappointed. So there you go.
I actually did all right. I got. Well, I thought I did all right, but now he's 21k. I'm sure he was 100k when I checked. I got Traore, the CDM, the French league.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty decent. I think he was 100k when I checked. He's 21k now. So what was going on there? Best prices have dropped like a stone, which is possible. I got a couple of 86s. I also got an 88. So I did all right actually. But I'm going to start taking tradable because I don't know how you guys feel about it. I mean, the fodder's great, but I think it's got to the point where I'm going to take tradable and then I could sell.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same. I think I'm going to start taking tradable. Like you said the other day, Jamie, didn't you say you're going to get lucky once?
Yeah,
bound to.
Yeah,
I think the issue being, I think, is the fact that there's not really a whole lot to throw into like fodder at the moment. Like when you look at like SBCs and stuff, there's not really a whole lot that catches your eye to go, I want to take untradeable to get higher fodder. Everybody's just packing all the fodder and then going, nothing really to throw into. And that's all it is.
Yeah, I've got loads. I've got loads of like promo cards and stuff that are sat there, and I can't sell them. I can't put them into anything really. So, yeah.
Well, I see. I mean, like out tonight because we're recording on a Friday night. We've all started our weekend league. We'll talk about that in a moment. But we've got the Lewandowski Player of the Month. A little bit disappointed with him. I thought he was going to be one higher. Never mind. And Higuain, his end of the era card. He looks filthy. I've done him. He's got a high-low work rate, 4-star, 4-star, outside the foot shot. I've scored one with him. It was disgusting. And obviously we just come from a party and bounced one because he abuses them like hell. It was outrageous. It was good. So he looks like a good card. But again, he's not expensive. We were talking about this the other day, weren't we? About like the value for money in SBCs at the moment. And it's like they're giving them away. It's outrageous.
Yeah. I won't be doing Lewandowski, but the Higuain one I'm going to have a look at. I think even just as a sub, if I can't get him in the team, it's still going to be good.
I don't think that anybody could get him in the team, can they? It's like his nationality is not really popular right now, and also the fact that he's in MLS, I don't think you could get away with sticking him in a team. Sub would be good.
That's why I bought him on. Bought him on as a sub. I was talking SBCs with Jordan the other day. Jordan's the one I said was dead because he abandoned us. But no, he's still alive. But he's already stopped playing. But we were discussing the cost of the Alaba SBC. And he said how expensive it was at 350k. And I was like, but you can get a Virgil van Dijk at 200. And he said, well, that's my point. I said, yeah, but who is actually putting all their coins into an SBC? I mean, we've all got fodder. Everyone's got, they're giving us enough untradeable packs. Everyone's got fodder to put into it. It didn't cost me 350k. It was an absolute bargain. We got a point where people are moaning about 350k. At this point before, we've had SBCs over $1 million, over $2 million. So I actually think EA deserve a lot of respect for the SBCs they've been putting out for good value. They've been good value, I feel. Definitely.
Yeah.
He's probably. On you go, Carl. Sorry.
That's all right, mate.
I was just about to say he's probably, in my opinion, one of the best SBC cards that there's been, in the sense of like almost meta type card. I can't think of any other ones really for that kind of value that could probably last you right through until kind of team of the season. I think Alba could do that.
Well, I was comparing him to Rudiger, because I think Jordan said at the time when I was talking about doing him, why would you do him when you've got Rudiger? And I was comparing their stats side by side. And a big stat for me is balance on a centre back. And it was night and day. One was like in the 50s, the other was up in its 70s. It was just, it's such a superior card. It's well worth doing. So I just thought I'd bring that up. And it's good, again, like for people who talk about that being expensive SBC, but actually I think it was good value, and especially with fodder as well. So yeah, that was that bit really. So how's the weekend league going, Cal?
How many points did I say? I've got 31 out of 10 games, so 6 wins.
Oh, that's good for you. You don't normally get 6 wins all weekend, so
it's already a PB.
Just need to play all that 10 games now.
Yeah, I've played 4. I've won. Oh no, I played 5. I've won 4. It's going well. It's not too bad, because let's face it, team of the week this week, James this will segue nicely into James. Isn't very good. How you got on, James?
I've not started. I've not started yet. I'll probably start some soon. I've just been checking markets and seeing if there's any drops that I could buy into, but there's not really much on. I think it's quite dead at the moment. But yeah, team of the week wise, realistically, you look at team of the week every week, and last week was an exception. It's like every other week is absolutely dross. It's just stinking. It's I'm looking at these cards just now up on the screen here. You've got, in my opinion, there's 1, 2, probably 3, maybe 4 usable cards that you would maybe get away using. Apart from that, the rest of them are just fodder. That's Diogo Dalot, I think, or Diogo Dalot looks all right. The Tottenham centre mid, is it Bentancur? He looks okay. Sadio Mane is an obvious one, and Osimhen. And apart from that, everything else is just fodder. I had
that 82 rated Diogo Dalot, and he was decent. It was decent at the start of the game, so I wouldn't mind having a look at his 84 and just seeing what it's like. But yeah, in terms of like red picks and stuff, there's not really a lot to rave about, is there?
No. Osimhen looks okay though. Like I say, he'll have that length. He's 92 pace. He's quite tall. And he's got good shooting, good heading, so it's one of them. And also his dynamic image. I think some people are weird with dynamic images, and they go, he's got a hat on, I'm wanting him because he's got a hat on.
Yeah, some people are like that. Some people do look at the dynamic images and want them just for that.
Do they? This is completely news to me, really.
Yeah, I see it all the time. People commenting on footbin and stuff like that, and cars are like, "Oh, his dynamic image looks unreal. Like, I can't wait to have it in my team and stuff." It's weird. I don't get it myself, but
you remember Sergio Aguero, the Player of the Month from a few years ago? He had like a leather jacket on. People done that just because he had a leather jacket. It's just really weird. I'm not even joking. It's just weird.
I didn't. It's gone complete. I've completely missed that. I mean, obviously, I knew about people going mad about Yashin because he had a hat on. So the one with the hat on went for more than one without it, and I didn't really get that either. But just because of the card design, that's another level crazy. I mean, I've never really understood the people like raving about the card design anyway, because I've never really been that into it. Because you hear people go, "Oh, it's a nice card," and I'm like, okay, fine, but I don't really look at them. Once I'm on the pitch is what I care about. But this is what, Jeff, go away. But this is something else. So fair enough. I mean, each to their own. Float your boat.
Like the the moments cards, like see the prime icons to the moments, they have different football boots. So if you want, say, prime Ronaldo, for example, he'll have black boots on, but if you get his moments, he's got like gold boots on.
I didn't know that. I
Oh,
didn't
I
know
never knew that.
Yeah. Every moments card has their own boots. So like Deco, if you go for moments Deco, like obviously he's not any good, but if you go from that to his moments, he's got the blue boots on, or if Wayne Rooney's moments, he's got like the Tempo T90s on, and you know, like
I never knew that.
No, I
honestly,
didn't know it. Oh,
something
well,
new. Yeah.
James has taught us something today. So there's
Yeah.
nothing going on the market. Well, it's again, I want to talk about this because it keeps coming up and it's really highlighted on a weekend like this. They've killed Team of the Week completely because it was all right for a little investment scheme last time. It's something worth holding on to. And when they bring an SBC out that requires them, they used to shoot up. That's what you did all year, James, wasn't it? You used to sit on Team of the Weeks, buy Team of the Weeks. But they've killed off that particular strand of coin making. The other thing is, and I think they really need to tap into it, is the special cards because there's no promo out at the minute. Obviously the out of position is staying throughout the season. That's going to be interesting because obviously FIFA's long ignored where players do actually play in positions throughout the year. What's that?
It's just I thought the dog had dropped fallen or something. When you...
I mean, he's sat on the chair next.
Imagine laughing at a dog falling, eh?
Yeah.
That was Jamie's reaction. He just like shut down.
Yeah. I mean, he's sat on the chair next to me. Yeah, so obviously out of position is going to stick around now, and there will be some impacts and some in SBCs, which is going to be quite interesting. But I quite like that. But why aren't we at the point where we're putting special cards now into reds? Even if it's not in the tradable pack, stick them in reds because that'll make the game much more interesting. Because this weekend, I'm looking at reds thinking, if I don't have Mane, what's the point of why have I played?
Yeah, that's what you want. Pretty much playing for that, really.
Yeah. Whereas had they put in some promo cards or a collection of promo cards from, even if it was any of them, if you got a one to watch, you'd be happy. If you got like anything in there, you'd be quite happy because look, promo card, ideal. So yeah, sure. What they were
done it
playing
last year, didn't they? The end of last year, they done like it was either a team of the week or a special. So even if they done it, whereas rather than letting people have loads of reds all the time that are like special cards, because then it devalues all the special cards, do it where it's like team of the week, or whatever promos out. So if it's the out of positions team of the week or out of position player, and then have if you've got a 1 of 5, then you've got a potential of getting one.
Yeah, because I mean, it came around after TOTS, didn't it? They put the special cards in there, and actually it was nice. And it was because you're like, oh yeah, I've got one of those. I can't remember what they were called now. Summer Stars. Yeah. I was really, you were over the moon if you got one. It was excellent. So it's a move that I know we've mentioned a couple of times now. Banging that drum a lot, but I feel it needs to happen, especially this weekend. It just feels dead. I mean, it seems odd to say it feels dead, and we're in November. We're only just into November, but it does feel that way this week.
I think the team of the weeks, though, Jamie, to be honest with you, the last thing on it, I think that there will be a potential for. I'm still buying one of each for fodder, discard, and putting them in the club because I do feel that even though it's not there, and it gets to a point where when everybody then just starts selling off, like EA hold it for so long, knowing people get impatient, that they will bring something out that requires a team of the week that allows it to shoot up because we've not had one yet, but we will get one. And they've not brought out they've brought 85 plus team of the week out, but next week will be a right telling of whether or not they keep doing this 80 plus because they've came away from it now this week. So it'll be interesting. But I would still buy one of each, stick it in your club that's discard, 84 is under 12k, and then the rest are under 84, just be getting them at almost just discard. They're low risk, so they're worth buying.
Well, it's quite interesting to know. We've also had that 100k pack in the store. I mean, I bought one with coins because I didn't want to give EA any money, and I've got coins I've not spent any yet. So I had to go on one of those. I couldn't resist because it had a road to knockout card, one to watch card, or out of position card in it. So I felt it was worth a gamble. I got Napoli centre mid or CDM. I can't remember his name.
I felt like it was a good value pack. That.
Yeah, do you know what? It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. There's probably a lot of a lot of tat in there. I mean, you did all right actually because
Oh, you got that Zambo and Grisa.
yeah, that's the one. Yeah, decent card actually. So he's going to go on the bench. Yeah,
I
he'll
think
go
he's
on the bench.
87. Yeah, he's going
Yeah,
up to
87.
87.
Yeah, he's 87. So yeah, tasty looking card actually. So I didn't think I did too badly with that, but yeah. So
75k, 70k, something like that.
yeah, I had him and I had Lloris in there, which is it's almost my money back. So straight away.
Yeah.
But Cal's got some big news for us, haven't you, Cal?
Yeah.
And it's not you coming out, is it?
No.
Not yet. Right. Okay.
No,
right.
not yet. No.
Not yet.
Not
Okay.
yet.
Till next week.
Next week.
Yeah. So
Tune in, guys.
November the 9th, World Cup mode's coming. There's no standalone mode. So in FIFA 14 and FIFA 18, there was the standalone World Cup mode, which you could just go in and out of separate to everything else. There's no standalone mode now. So it's all just going to be one thing. There's going to be World Cup themed players and the World Cup heroes. There's a lot of teams that have qualified that are not on the game yet. I don't know what they're going to do about that licensing wise. For example, Brazil, they don't have the license for the Brazilian national team. So if you look at the Brazilian national team, they're all just random generated names. They're not actually the real people. So whereas they have the rights from the clubs, from the leagues, for the players, they don't actually have it from the Brazilian national team. So yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with that. But there's going to be an online tournament mode and an offline tournament mode as well. Couple of different, like almost like scenario situations. So like, I don't know, like the 60th minute, like you can recreate past events that have happened in World Cups and stuff like that.
A bit like moments then.
Yeah, pretty much. And then there's going to be a load of stuff happening with Ultimate Team. So you're going to have live player items. They're going to do a World Cup Path to Glory as well, with 30 World Cup heroes in it. So yeah, there's going to be all kinds of different stuff, all kinds of different promo cards. You've got the World Cup icons. I think you said last week, didn't you? I can't remember who said it. Was it you that said it, Jamie, or was it James?
They're taking out the moments potentially to bring in.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's
special cards.
Yeah, so they're doing the World Cup icons. I mean, a couple of them have already been talked about anyway, if you look online. But yeah, they're doing the World Cup version of players, so you'll get like an R9 version of in a Brazil top and stuff like that.
I think that's what they're planning on doing. They're planning on doing like because the moments are well, they've got the World Cup. I think that's what they're doing because they normally start bringing out moments, don't they? And at Christmas time, like the not as good ones, I believe.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So that's what they're going to do. But and then obviously you're going to have the World Cup version of players, which they're going to release different the themed players, and they're going to have like swaps tokens that you can get. So they'll have like objectives where you have to have certain or so many World Cup themed players in your team and score goals with them, assists, that type of stuff, and then you get swaps tokens from that. There's I don't know whether it's true or not, but there was talk of like a moments catalog. So like there's a catalog on with the stars with the moments.
Yeah.
There was talk of doing something like that as well, but I don't know whether that's been confirmed or not. But yeah, it's going to heavily be around like a swaps sort of deal. That's pretty much it, really. I mean, I think they're releasing another trailer or some more information this weekend on some more stuff that they're going to be doing on it. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be quite a big thing. So yeah, it's like you say. I think it couldn't have come at a better time, really, because like you said, it seems a bit dead at the minute. With no new promo in sight apart from the World Cup. Maybe that's going to give the game a bit of a lift.
I think that's maybe why they've not done a promo, because they'll probably start that on Monday, I think.
Yeah.
But no, the moments thing that you were mentioning, I think that's a no-brainer for them because it's a new mode that they want people to play. I don't see them not putting it in,
Yeah, I think it's the right move to do, to be honest, because the moments the moments they felt like you were either going to get one from an SBC or you was never going to get one from a pack. Like it was very rare that you'd pack a good moments icon anywhere. The only way you was going to get one was by doing an SBC. Whether it becomes easier to get one through the World Cup mode, I don't know. Probably be the same deal as the Prime moments, but
I think I packed one last year near the end. I think it was an Italian striker. I'm not sure, and because I hadn't packed an icon for 2 years, I got 2 last year. They weren't very good, but yeah, I packed a couple. But you're right. Yeah, they don't feel like they come around very often. They don't feel like they come around very often at all. So.
Especially not good ones, that's for sure.
Yeah. I don't. Do you know? I still miss the FIFA 18 icon SBCs because I think FIFA 18.
Yeah, me too.
They had it right.
Well, give cards value, didn't it? Like you look at any valued 88 or 87 when you packed them in a pack, even if you weren't doing the icon SBC, you were guaranteed a set amount of coins for them. Whereas now 88s are like what 21k. You know, and it's like it's never been that low. You look at every I've gone back to each FIFA at the same time frame. You know, 88s are like, you know, last year we're up to 30 odd K. The year prior was 32k. You know, at this time of year, and then back into FIFA 18, I'm sure it was away up in like 38, 39k because you knew you needed them for icon SBCs.
Yeah, they were.
You knew they were coming as well, didn't you? You knew the icon SBCs were coming, whereas now they're just not there. So
I know people enjoy the gamble, but not everyone does it. Like I'm not a gambler. I'm not a gambler on the packs. I mean, I put 100k down tonight is about as risky as I get. But like it's, you know, I think on FIFA 18 by this point, I think I'd done that Hernandez Mexican striker card. Yeah. And I'd probably working on Rio by this point.
Yeah, I wasn't far off. Yeah, I think I'd done Henrik Larsson when he came out because you didn't need an icon for him, and then Rio Ferdinand I done after that.
Yeah, and I did Petite Christmas Day, so I packed.
Yeah, so I done Petite as well actually.
Yeah, and then I think my next one was Ronaldinho. I mean, that's probably where my coins went. That's where my coins went, but I loved it. It was just, you know, I enjoyed that. It was accessible to everyone. Obviously, it gave people something to work towards, and that's like today. Like I was, I think 10 to 11 this morning. I come off Twitch, working from home today. Sat there all excited, run my hands together. See that sexy player of the month, or we got Haaland, or we got Almiron. Didn't come out.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, the Premier. Yeah, it's not here. Don't know where that is.
And then content came out today at 8:00. Like, what's that all about?
Yeah, weird.
It came out at 6. It came out at 8:00 today. It was like, I don't know what they're doing. Whether they're trying to put people like try and like knock it off a wee bit, but you know, I do think that there will be a big SBC at some point very soon. Whether it's an icon SBC that was in the code for a base icon pack, because this time last year a base icon pack had came out by now. So I think that there will be something. So it's just a matter of holding on to your fodder in the low team of the weeks because it will eventually happen, or I'm hoping anyway it'll happen.
Well, I think they have to because they make too much money off them. Because you get people who can't finish it, they'll stick some money on to finish them.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And it sucks coins out of the market. They love sucking coins out of the market because they do it. If they do that and then release something, people then are more inclined to spend money. Like I mean, there's always for example, there's always a big SBC come out before TOTS. There's always a big SBC come out just before Team of the Year. Sucks coins out of the market.
Oh yeah.
Because
Team of the Year's not that far, really, when you think about it.
No, end of January. Because it's like at the minute, I want to improve my team, but I mean, I'm sat on 1.3 million. I think I can get up to about 1.5 now, 1.6, fairly easily. But I've just realised that I've only bought one. I've bought about 4 players this year. Genuinely, I've bought about 4 players this year. And I'm using all cards I've either packed untradeable or done SBCs for. I think I've got like 6 or 7 SBC cards in the team, and most of them I've spent nothing on. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I need to spend some of those sexy coins. So I'm sat there in the minute like Scrooge McDuck swimming around in them. and it's no good for anyone.
I don't know what I'm classed as then.
I don't know. I think, well, obviously you're Scottish, so you're basically Donald Trump, but without the tower or the sexual lawsuits. So,
Yeah.
similar, but not quite. Yeah, not quite.
I'm just sat there on 20k.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot. Yeah, but also you only get about 4 wins every weekend, Cal. So it's not really a surprise, is it? So,
Yeah, we'll see how the rest of the weekend goes. 10 games left. I've got to get them done tonight. I'm busy all weekend, so they've got to be done. So I'll be cracking on.
Yeah, I think after we finish. Yeah, I'm gonna carry on, and we'll see. I mean, next week let's bring some rivals awards to the party. Show and tell. Well, if we don't, we didn't get anything. So you've heard it here first.
Yeah.
No one shows any reds. It wasn't worth it.
I'll try my best to get. I'll try my best to get into Elite Division. I'm halfway between, I think, Div 2 and Div 1. So I'll try and get into Elite to try and get reds this week. But I don't know how easy that'll be.
I'm pretty much, I'm in the same position, but I don't know how much of the grind I can be bothered to do this week. So
especially when you're going to get
punted. Div 1.
Yeah. It's the fact that we're going to get punted back 2 divisions again. It does me nothing. It really does. I don't understand why it knocks you back so much. It's just so annoying.
Yeah, I don't mind too much, but I mean, it's one of them, and I don't think I want the grind this time. I mean, I did it last time. I don't know if I can face it this time.
Neymar and Mbappe though.
Yeah, they're not for us though, James. They're not for us.
Only if I buy them.
Yeah, exactly. They're not too well. Neymar wasn't too expensive. So all right, then, right. Let's leave it there, then, guys. And off we'll go on our little trip. Now, remember, please subscribe to us. Cal needs a girlfriend. only the fame that comes from YouTube will get him one. I mean, look at him, ugly fellow. He could really do with all the help he can get. All right, so please hit subscribe. Thank you. Right, guys. Talk to you in the party shortly.
See you later.
Bye.